to my knowledge, Labyrinth really kind of kicked off the Landmark Entertainment angle of things for you. Uh,
Well,
and
actually, yeah, no, Landmark Entertainment is the label I've had
well, I mean, as a
ever since.
solo artist, I'm sorry. I
Yeah, as a
mean,
solo artist. Yeah, yeah.
as a
Because
solo artist,
even as EA, when I was working with EA Ski, we was working with him. It was always under Landmark as well.
right, for Frontline as well. But
Mhm.
on the solo side of things, Labyrinth really kicked off Landmark, and then no question is Mello Music Group, and then with Ali, you go back to Landmark. So in your career with that doing Mellow Music Group, how did that uh learn what did you learn from that? How did it affect you? What was the navigation of that like stepping out of Landmark for that project?
You know what? It was actually kind of cool. It was just like I didn't have to do anything. It was essentially like just a deal. It was just for that one project, but I didn't have to. They had an infrastructure in place, which is dope. They were able to set up and do like little promo stuff and like, hey, Lock, we need you for this. So it was just less worry, because when you're doing your own label, it's like, all right, I gotta do this, I gotta, what I mean? It was just like, I was working with somebody that had an infrastructure. So I can understand why artists sign with labels because, and they're an independent label, so they never had any dispute on anything creatively. You know what I mean? They didn't have any problems like, oh, you got to do this, or we need a radio single. It's like, hey, look, you guys do what you do. We'll market it. We'll put it out there. We'll, make sure, it was dope. So they just had things in place. They had a infrastructure in place where they could be like, okay, we're going to do an interview here. You're going to do this. We're going to put together that, and you're going to market it this way, and we're going to send it off to you. And so I loved it. It was easy.
Well, that's good. That's a beautiful thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So then since you do have a lot going on and you took a little break, what are you working on now that you want to let people know about?
Yeah, I'm just working on the next album. I have a title kind of that I'm kind of work off. It's a working title. It's in my head, but I'm just putting it together, taking my time. I've got a lot of songs done. But I'm just kind of feel like I'm getting into a zone now. I'm like, okay, so I'm just kind of just taking it step by step. And with these things happen with music, it might take me 6 more months or it might take a month. You know what I mean? I could be like, all right, oh, everything just fell into place. So I'm working with a lot of artists from that I'm already familiar with and working with some new ones. So I'm just kind of, just kind of locked in, man. I just been kind of laying low. I'm not doing any tours probably for the rest of the year. I'm just kind of like doing shows here and there. I just really want to just focus on music because I hadn't had a chance to do that. So I'm just kind of focusing on that now. Or, whatever approach how I want to do it.
Yeah. And for those that don't, people should really follow you, especially on Instagram, given that you put out a lot of verses on there.